Hey guys, it's Britt. Tonight I wanted to share some updated thoughts on the Brianna K situation. I had a few, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so it's been a few days since Brianna K released her video monetizing on her mental health, claiming that she was going to roll out a safe place on Patreon, even though we've established that Patreon is not a safe place to discuss anything. It's just a paywall. So you are buying into a platform to listen to someone else discuss their troubles, and on top of it, they are not qualified to give out advice on mental health or anything like that because Brianna K is not a mental health professional. She is not trained in that. That's not her background. So I've grappled with this a little bit because I totally understand YouTubers and influencers who have certain experiences that they want to share with their audience. But I want to put the reminder out there that the big reason why this is a problem for the audience at large is because this was pitched as something where it would sort of be like this private little corner of the internet where things could be discussed and not have people judging or leaving, I guess, what she would consider rude comments. So that's the way it was pitched. Then she puts out the video on Patreon and someone else shares their struggle of being an alcoholic. Their comment gets deleted and they get blocked from her Patreon. They get kicked out for bullying. So the whole thing has just been a real show, if you ask me. And I understand that to a lot of people, Brianna K, out of all these YouTube influencer, moms or whatever, moms or not moms, it doesn't matter. Let's just talk about YouTube influencers. People might look at Brianna K and think that she is one of the least problematic on the platform. But I also have learned to recognize that a lot of times the ones who look unproblematic, once you actually start consuming their content and seeing what they put out and how they engage with their subscribers, all it is fake and it's a facade. And it's not that they're unproblematic. It's just that they might be a little bit better at hiding the problematic behavior that slips out once in a while. And right now, Brianna K's problematic behavior has slipped out, and she has shown that she is just as greedy and just as money hungry as everyone else on YouTube, where she wants to put a paywall in front of her mental health and offer a fake safe place for people to come and discuss their issues. If you say that your issue is as important as hers, then you are kicked out for bullying. So I don't believe a word she says is the, CliffsNotes version of this. I don't believe anything she says. So I'll tell you guys what my expectation was and what the reality is right now. And I realize that my expectation doesn't matter for anything, for any influencer. I am a nobody. But my expectation and what I would have done if I was in the middle of a bad situation like this and upset people and kicked out someone from my Patreon for bullying, even though I know that they weren't bullying me, and people were picking this up and making commentary videos about the situation, I will tell you guys what I would have done. I would have immediately come out with a video apologizing, owning it, shutting down the Patreon temporarily until I could actually roll something out that was not just riddled with money hunger and greed, refunded everyone, put everything on hold. Here's the thing. She wants to offer prayers and hugs and good vibes and spread all the toxic positivity all over her platforms. But to me, it seems like she needs to reel in what she is dealing with on her own. If this is someone who is dealing with mental health struggles of their own, I don't quite understand how you can offer assistance. Again, not qualified to, but I don't understand how you could even offer assistance to anyone if you are dealing with things yourself. It sounds like There needs to be a pause button. Let's reevaluate why this has turned into such a money hunger game, and then come back when you are ready to be a little bit more real and honest with your audience. The mask has certainly slipped with this one, and this scenario that she's in is not a good one. So I would have already had a video up, and again, not saying that I know it all, but this is what I would have done in order to try to show people that I actually care and I am actually owning my mistake. I would have already had a video out. And I know a lot of YouTubers stand behind the excuse of, oh, well, it takes, you know, a day to film a video and another day to edit it and another day to upload it. That's BS. I can tell you guys right now that if there is something that needs to be addressed, any YouTuber can film, quickly make a couple of edits, you know, snip off the beginning of the video, snip off the end, and maybe do a couple cuts in the middle if you messed up your words. Have that exported and uploaded all within 2 hours. There is no reason for the delay in addressing things on video. I've never understood that, and I definitely don't understand it now, having the capability to edit and upload videos myself. Now, it's not going to have a bunch of fancy edits and, you know, crazy stuff in the video, but if something needs to be addressed, it can certainly be addressed quickly. However, let's check in and see what Brianna K is doing instead of showing her subscribers how much she cares about them, allegedly. So she decided that she had this bachelor party in Nashville that she was going to go to. So she has been uploading to her stories, having a good old time, putting, you know, country music over her little clips with the matching outfits and, you know, walking around the streets of Nashville, showing the favors that she's getting for being in the bachelorette party and all kinds of good times. So if anyone thought that Brianna K might be sitting at home thinking about the decision that she made to roll out this Patreon and let the greed show through, she is not. She is not worried about this, at least based on what I can see. And I realize that things uploaded to stories don't necessarily match what's going on. However, I don't think that anyone would have a problem with going to this bachelorette party and having fun and whatever if things would have been addressed in a video. Show your subscribers that you care. Instead, you're blocking people from Patreon, deleting comments like crazy, ignoring any question that you get regarding this entire situation, and making sure that you are showing people that you're having fun in Nashville. Now, everyone deserves to have fun. We're coming out of this panini and it's been very stressful. You know, different degrees of stress for different people. It has affected everyone in a different way. So go out, go to Nashville, have fun. Who cares? I'm not the gatekeeper for anyone, but I will say that it looks very careless to run away from something that you created. All of this popped off because she decided in that video that she was going to announce her Patreon, and all of this stuff started because of that video. So this is not something that the internet started and it's festering and snowballing and people are making something out of nothing. These are reactions from things that she has created, things that she has rolled out, and the lack of response from her and her side. When, even if you're not a YouTuber, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that if something really needs to be addressed in a video, it can be addressed somewhat quickly. I don't want to hear that BS about taking days to film and edit and upload a video. So as a reminder, if any of you guys out there are going through mental health issues and you need someone to talk to and you feel like you need help, please reach out to a professional. It doesn't just go for Brianna K, it goes for any influencer or YouTuber that is trying to put a paywall in front of discussing sensitive topics like mental health or postpartum or EDs or addiction, if they are trying to put a paywall in front of that in order to offer help, that is not something that I would spend my money on. No, that's just not something that I personally would spend my money on. I think that if it's a true advocate, it would be someone sitting on their channel offering the advice on their YouTube channel. I just don't agree with this whole, you have to pay me to hear certain, certain content, and especially when it's exploiting mental health or any of those more sensitive topics. I don't care for it. I don't like it. And my opinion might not count for a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but I've heard it echoed from many, many, many people that I've talked to over the past couple of days, tons of them being Brianna K's own audience and her own subscribers. And some of them are people that have watched Brianna for 5 years on YouTube, since the very beginning. So these are not people that have just come across her channel and decided, I don't like you and that's just how it is. These are people that have been deeply invested in her family, her story, her transition from working full-time to becoming a full-time YouTuber. And it's a huge letdown for those people, for newer subscribers. It's all in the same. It's very disappointing, and it's disheartening to see someone just carry on as if nothing happened. And if and when there's a comment about it, it's deleted and the person is possibly even blocked to add the icing on the cake. So either way, I will continue to see what happens. In my opinion, I think that she needs to address this and address it quickly, because this is a really, really bad look for any influencer. And I don't think that it's just her. If it was any other person, they would still be getting the same amount of heat from the internet for doing something like this. So I don't think that she's being singled out for any particular reason. It just so happens that she was the one who decided to do this. So she's the one that is being, analyzed right now and sort of picked apart, depending on where you're looking at it. I just think that it needs to be addressed, and I think that it's really tacky to sit there and just be living your best life when you have insulted your audience and you have tried to exploit mental health for your own gain. It's gross. So that's it for now. I wanted to give you guys this little update for anyone who's following along. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.